Going back to Bond. All caps. We're yelling. Oh, I love repeating 25 minutes because I'm dumb. I got bombs too. I hate throwing away a run that gets bombs. Okay. Moving on. Let's just move on. It happened. It's not going to happen again. Whatever. I'm going to probably make separate scene lists for like every game now. I don't need multiple scenes on the same scene list. I only did that for convenience. That way I could just switch. But I can also just as easily switch scene lists. It's only it is one extra click to switch scenes lists as opposed to switching a scene. So like, oh my god. So I'll probably just duplicate that scene over and over and make all of them separate scene lists. Because when you're speedrunning, it is very important that you don't do what I just did and accidentally remove everything for a second. Alright guys, so now that we're doing another first cycle because of that, tell me what you guys are doing for Christmas. I need something to get through this. Because it feels freaking bad. Share your Christmas stories. I need something. How did that become a tradition, Zimmer? You're sleeping in for once? No way. See, I hear good things about the Dazzle capture cards for, like, composite streaming. I was looking for the word. I hear even more good things about the GV USB though. Like everyone I know uses the GV USB. I know a couple, well, almost everyone. There's a couple people I know who use a Dazzle, and then one or two people who use an EasyCap. And as long as you don't have like an off-brand EasyCap is actually not that bad, I hear. Nice, nice. I love the ones who are just like, I'm gonna sleep in on Christmas. Sounds good, honestly. Not doing anything special for Christmas myself. I'm probably going to sleep in as well. Gonna do presents, we're gonna have a nice family dinner, and that's probably about it. Nothing crazy. I think we sometimes in the past, my grandparents are getting older now, but we used to go to my grandparents like maybe slightly before or after Christmas, sometimes. But they're getting a little bit older, so we don't really do that anymore, I think, for that reason. Do we actually... I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure we're doing French toast with my dad's homemade bread tomorrow for breakfast. Like some French toast, some bacon. It's gonna be a good breakfast. A good breakfast at 1 AM, I might add. It'd be regular bacon. No turkey bacon here. Who do you think we are? Dude, French toast is really good, especially with homemade bread. It is fantastic. Take a pic of the French toast. I can do that. We can do that. Well, if I remember, I might be busy eating it all. Wait, there's a flashing anime boy on the screen? Is there actually? Wait a minute. Memeing? Okay, glad to hear he's memeing. Did I do what, Omni? Wait, I can't keep a straight face. Curse my mouse! Or curse my mic for picking it up. If I had like a proper arm for my mic and it wasn't on the desk, it probably wouldn't pick it up nearly as well. It's not the camera angle I was expecting. I tried, Omni. For like 15 seconds, I felt like I did a pretty good job, and then I started laughing. I couldn't keep it up. You know, I'm surprised that I've never accidentally killed a run by clicking on one of the other scenes before. It's been 3 years. I've nearly been streaming 3 years and I've never done that. Just makes me feel silly. I'm never gonna do a Link to the Past randomizer, almost certainly. I don't like a Link to the Past enough to do that. I have yet to beat a Link to the Past. I need to do that though, but I'm pretty sure my my save data's on the other Wii. I gotta transfer it over to this one because I don't want to hook that one up. Although, actually, in order to do that, I need to hook this one up. So I'll just plug it in real quick and then take it out. So I want to actually beat A Link to the Past. I'm like 3/4 of the way in. Only a few more dungeons. Hey, Nightler. Thank you very much, and you too. Finishing XD, if I were to PB today, it would, like, I'd probably do XD tomorrow. Like, if I get my goal in bug limit, like, I still can't stream Pokemon tomorrow, like, White 2 tomorrow, so I'd probably do XD all day. Or maybe if I run out of time today to keep starting runs, but I still feel like streaming, we'll do some XD. We'll have to see how tired I am, and... I mean, I only have 2 presents to wrap, but I haven't wrapped them yet. I can't play White 2, LV. Yeah, I don't need to go to those bushes. Will I stream new games? I don't know. Thank you very much, Blues. So, like, no, the only problem with my current... Like, my dilemma with White 2 right now, I can actually stream White 2 perfectly fine, but I would not be able to hear the game. The audio and everything on stream would be perfect, and I would be unable to hear the game. Because without a USB headset, I have no way to listen to my computer desktop audio. Because the headphone jack is being used by the audio cable that plugs into the DS to get the sound from the DS to my computer. So that's taken up, and then my USB headset is broken, so I have no way to listen to the game audio. That is my dilemma. Like, everything on stream would be fine. There'd be no problems at all with the stream for White 2. But being unable to hear the game audio wouldn't actually be the worst thing in the world for Pokemon, but I don't know. It helps me to be able to hear the game audio. With anything I play. Like, I practice with game audio. Like, some people practice while listening to music, and sometimes I do that as well. But even if I'm practicing with music, I still have at least one of my earbuds in, listening to the game. It helps a lot with my practice and my general play, no matter what I'm playing. Did anyone hear the gym themes? It's the best part. Eliza's gym is the best. I stream from a laptop, Master. I mean, I'm still fairly confident for my GDQ run. I've been reviewing things, and I've actually started practicing off-stream still. And, like, last time I derusted White 2, I PB'd within, like, a few days. And I'm gonna give myself 3 weeks before GDQ to practice, make sure, like, do primarily White 2 as much as I can. Even if I don't stream, I'm probably gonna play White 2 to make sure I'm super prepared. Dude, the Japanese version of Roxy's gym theme is better. I mean, they have a single one master, but that's being used to input the audio from my DS. I don't have two. I have the single one. It's already being used. And it's only an audio in. I don't have an audio out. It can be used as both. It can be used as both. Because right now I have earbuds plugged into it, and that's what I was using earlier since my headset is broken. But when I am playing White 2 on my DS, I have, I'm using, I think it's a 3.5mm audio cable from my DS to my computer using the same port. Same jack. I'm running at GDQ, Robo. Friday, the 12th of January. Yeah, I am on a laptop, Eagle Eye. I have streamed from a laptop for 3 years now and running. Giving you the highest quality stream that you can find on Twitch, honestly. You can, Ultra Robo, you absolutely can. I do not own a PC. My family owns a PC, but the parts in it are worse than the parts in my laptop, and it would run worse. Because it's a really old PC. Dude, the PC we have at my house is a PC I used to play on when I was in elementary school. Hey, Blue Bob, thank you. It definitely does not have an i7. Or my laptop does. But if we're talking about my laptop, then yes, the laptop has an i7. Is your birthday that day or close to there, Omni? Hey, Master Zelda. That day? Oh, man. I think we've been over this. I'm so bad at remembering things like that. It's also been almost a year. Oh, my God. Because my birthday is January 10th. Dude, one of these days, like, I'm gonna keep submitting to AGDQ until I get a run-in on my birthday. This is gonna be the second AGDQ I've run. Because I've done 2 runs, but one of them was SGDQ. But, I have to keep submitting until they finally give me a run on my birthday. I started practicing for the OT Hundo run in 2022. Let me tell you, gonna be honest, 5 hours a day. Completely honest, like, no joke. Apparently, the VC route for OT Hundo was timed to be 30 seconds faster or something, or close to, or wait, there was like maybe a little bit less, but the VC route is like super competitive now for OT Hundo, so I don't have to bother changing consoles. And hopefully that will remain the case for 4 more years. Absolutely, dude. ZFG is going down, Blue Bob, and it's that is why. Right there. Oh, so I didn't even ask, Blue Bob, how were your runs? Anything good today? I assume you were running. I think I saw you earlier, actually. Working on it, Flashfire. The route is slower but doesn't include lag. How much slower is it, Sample? I thought it was 30 seconds faster by Fig's timings, unless there was a mistake. Or something changed. Oh, it's 30 seconds slower. I read it wrong, then. What the heck? I got it backwards. Okay, so the VC route is 30 seconds slower, but not accounting for lag differences. So yeah, I don't know. VC is super competitive. I'll play on VC. Really not something I have to worry about for 4 more years now, isn't it? The tied Canadian world record. Wouldn't it just be the tied Canadian record? You have Canadian and world record in the same phrase there. It's just the Canadian record. It's not the Canadian world record. This triggers me. Gotta add the extra. It's more impressive the more letters there are in your acronym. Tyrant is definitely going to be on my couch for the GDQ run. I don't know anyone else that's going to be on my couch for sure. Which is probably something I should figure out. Like, as soon as I saw the jump, I started trying to curve it. I don't know if it was necessary, because the jump already looked like it was going in the right direction, but the jump still scared me. Instant bombs, come on. Don't make me do this again. No, come on. Oh, I'm gonna feel so much worse because last run that I had to reset did get bombs. Please. Yes, last bush again! I don't think that's how it works, Ultra Robo. Like, you can come to the hotel and stuff even if you're not registered for GDQ, they just won't let you into the stream room. And there's not much I can do about that. Nice side hop? The side hop kind of messed with my movement a little. Other than that, it was okay. Okay, just to be clear, I'm running a Pokemon game at GDQ, so I don't know how those people that you suggested for the couch are all Zelda runners. Bridge pixel every time. I just don't roll there anymore. Ah, I hit the ice without backflipping. It's kind of sloppy. Yeah, but Fig has played a ton of MM. Fig has played MM. Even though he's played more OOT. It's not like he's not knowledgeable about MM, he certainly is. I consider Fig more knowledgeable about MM than a lot of active MM runners. Nice. I don't know the exact odds for a bomb drop. It's never been I don't know how to describe it. Like no one knows the exact rate of bomb drops from Termina Field. That doesn't normally target him. Normally after passing him I do 2 more rolls and that's enough to stop from targeting him. But it was not in that case. That was bad. I pulled the bomb too early. Wow, sloppy. This is 618 though, I'm pretty sure. Like, the reason I was so slow to, like, reposition for the ladder when I was so far to the right of it is for some reason there's, like, an invisible part of the ladder that I don't know what the mechanic is behind it, whether there's, like, something invisible there or just, like, really bad collision for the ladder. But, there's a part of it you can grab that's, like, you're not even remotely touching the ladder completely to the right of it, and it just forces you to drop immediately. So I was trying to avoid grabbing that. Did I ever harass you about 618 when you were running Glitchless, Blue Bob? If I didn't, then I was in the wrong to not harass you about it. I mean, there's no game over screen ever in this game, Nemesis. You just die and return to the beginning, like the start of the area you're in. There's never been a game over screen. Dude, it's not even Christmas for me yet. Not for another hour. I'm trying to get a PB. Dude, it's my Christmas gift. I didn't split. I'm like 4 or 5 seconds behind. Why am I pausing? Okay, I need to refocus. I was about to, like, equip Deku and Goron, but you need to play Song of Time first. I don't know what I'm thinking. Then you equip Deku and Goron. I was, like, thinking ahead too much. And I acted on it. Like, you can think ahead as long as you don't act on it. But for some reason I acted on it while I was still, like, thinking about what I'm about to do in the future. I acted on it early. Alright, make up for it with the instant bomb drop. May RNG save me from my own mistakes. Or not. Oh yeah, if someone wants to see me at GDQ, just, you gotta let me know. I always have my DMs on, Discord and... Well, Discord I know for sure. I don't know what my settings are on Twitter. Discord's always a better way to reach me anyway. If I don't respond, like, the same day on Discord, I missed your message. And sometimes, even when I miss your message, I see it, like, the next day or something. Like, I think there was a message I got from someone that I actually just responded to before the stream that I missed when they initially sent it. What the heck? Well, you're joining any glitchless race that occurs at GDQ again, Blue Bob, for MM, because we're probably going to try to do a glitchless race at GDQ. I wonder if an any percent one will happen, considering how few people run the newest route. Like, nobody knows it. And, like, I wouldn't mind, like, using a whole... But, like, I would join the race with, like, the route I knew and whatever, but I'm sure there's a bunch of people who wouldn't want to join unless they know the most up-to-date route. What the heck? Blue Bob, you're joining the race anyway. You're gonna stream at the same time we're doing the race, and you're going to play Majora's Mask Glitchless. Alrighty. You're not supposed to stream at the GDQ hotel because you're like, they don't want other people using the bandwidth or something. But actually, I guess one advantage of being at the Overflow Hotel is I could stream there and there'd be no conflict of interest. Dude, we should stream the Mario Party we're inevitably gonna play. That way I can prove once and for all that I don't cheat. Because to this day, ATZ will call me out for cheating at Mario Party. When, like, anyone who actually saw the games we played would actually totally think I cheated because I think we got, like, I forget who I was teaming with that game, but, like, within a couple turns, we had, like, 3 stars from hidden blocks. Like, the first 5 turns or something. We were absolutely cheating. And, like, we were playing Mario Party 2, and at some point halfway through the game, we were, like, a 50-turn game, and we were, like, 20, 30 turns in. If anyone who's ever played Mario Party 2 and knows the Horrorland map with the big boo on it that steals coins and stars from everyone, at some point on the 20 or 30th turn, we got to that boo, and we stole, like, everyone's coins. So we had, like, 9 stars and 200 coins, and ATZ walked up and turned off the N64. I think I was teaming... I don't remember. I don't want to say. I know I did team with Sample one of the games we played, but I don't know if it was that one. He'd remember better. It was a while ago. No. Sure, Omni, let's do it. The one thing I was missing at SGQ was Mario Party, man. I couldn't find anyone to play with. I played one game of Mario Party at SGDQ with, Jethro and Danny B. And of course I won, because I'm a cheater. But I wanted to play more, man. No one wants to play with me anymore, man. I can't imagine why. He still got the shot in, but I was, like, already on the platform by the time he did, so it was okay. So, I don't know. That seems to work better. Alright, we gotta run past Palace. It's a miracle. Truly. I don't know who's bringing Mario Party this year, but we gotta make sure we have all the maps unlocked in the games we're gonna play. In Mario Party 2, we didn't have Bowser Land unlocked, man. When you play Mario Party, you can't play it seriously. You have to be in the right mood for it. You have to understand that it's just RNG BS. Most of the time. The minigames, a lot of them are skill-based, but you have to accept that you can't win on skill alone. Oh, that was a gold? The heck? Also, we played a little bit of Mario Party 4 at the last GDQ, and Mario Party 4 has probably the worst map I've ever played on. I don't know how many people here are familiar with Mario Party 4 boards, but the Bowser one is so bad in Mario Party 4. It was not fun to play on. Such a bad board. Mario Party 8 I have bad memories of, because it was... there was an... like, I've talked about it before, but my copy of Mario Party 8, there was a minigame that always caused it to crash. It was like some minigame related to crops or something, vegetables, and... if you ever got that minigame on my copy of Mario Party 8, the game crashed. Why does that jump? I'm really bad at this strat today. Well, there goes my lead in quite a bit of time. Holy heck. Why is this segment so dumb sometimes? Like, I have the magic. I should just shoot them. I really should just shoot them. But I'm trying to be fast, even with the magic. Like, I should only go for that strat where you go around them. When I don't have magic. Because sometimes, if you didn't get a lucky magic drop before Red Potion, you don't have magic here. But if I have magic, I just should. I just lost like 20 seconds there. That was insane. I failed going around both of the hip loops, and then the Deku Nut annihilated me. That was so bad. I'm so upset. I can't get a good run. Alright, well, I might be a little bit behind on this segment, but probably not too much, and that's fine. I don't like it, though. I don't like it at all. I'm not a fan of what just happened, believe it or not. Best part of the run in PB, I don't know, there's not like one, I mean, I had to say it's probably the early game, but there's like actually no part of it that was like really good. It had flaws everywhere, but it had the least flaws in the early game, I guess. Alright, True Never, have a good night. Diffie, I'm going to slay you. My pace spin warns you, man. Yeah, my previous PB before the one I'm running now had an amazing early game. One that I have not had since, actually. It's really bad. Like, I practice so much, but maybe I'm just not doing enough runs, honestly. I feel like both are necessary in a healthy amount. I've been leaning heavily towards practice recently. Mostly because of my job. Like, on the days that I'm too tired to stream, I still practice. No, LVs! It is neither. Happy Christmas. To you as well, Stefan. Is that Steven? Stefan? Stefan? I don't even know, dude, how to pronounce that when I see it, actually. I am bad. Why is that, Booze Lord? Understood the split scheme. Dude, what did I even write there? I don't even remember what you're referring to. Wait, I need to go look at my own paste bin because I don't even know what you're referring to. My paste bin actually doesn't even mention why my splits are in Japanese. You're right, here we go. Question. Why are your splits in Japanese? There. Added it to the paste bin. I lost like 20 seconds to the hip loop shenanigans. That's fantastic. Fantastic, dude. It's okay, because I'll save it back right here, because I practice Pirate's Fortress. The things I practiced before this stream were Pirate's Fortress, Great Bay Temple, Stone Tower Temple, and... No, those were the things I had time to practice, those three. I practiced both trips to Pirate's Fortress, though, not just the first, but the second as well. And I did it a few times. I've gone a little further there. Song of Time and then resetting. Save and quit is saving and then either turning off or resetting the game, restarting from the title menu and op 112. Basically, the run has to be single segment. You cannot return to the title screen at any point in the run, is all it means. And the reason for that isn't because it's like a bug or anything, it's just save and quit in... Speedrunning in general, back in like 2009, 2010, save and quit was banned pretty much universally in speedrunning. All runs had to be single segment, and if they weren't, then they were classified as a segmented run, and they were something completely different. Like, a traditional any percent run now wouldn't be accepted as a single segment run. In, like, back in 2009, 2010, it was different. It is 29 minutes until the 25th of December. I got myself a PB, Todd, don't you see it? It's coming right now. It's still being shipped, but I got a special exception so that it could be delivered 2 hours from now. I don't understand half the things Ta has been referencing. Just completely over my head. Nice, okay, I can go immediately, because I didn't mess up that movement and didn't bonk. So I don't have to worry about the boat catching me, because it is not here yet. I honestly have no idea, BH. I don't think it's completely hit us yet. I haven't seen any... Like, I'm actually sitting right next to a window right now, and I don't see any snow. I know we're supposed to get, like, 6 inches, though. Why? Stop! I tried just swimming clear underneath that. I don't even know, man. This is a run. That's for sure. I mean, that only lost me like a second or two. Yeah, it's not snowing right now. Hasn't hit us yet. We are supposed to get half a foot, but not yet. That should work. Anyone who gets snow, you have to, if you have a Twitter, you have to tweet it at @samplename_. He wants all pictures of snow tweeted to him. He's got to wake up with like 50 notifications of pictures of snow. Like, actually, if you do get snow, do it. It would make his day. I'm pretty sure. Well, Sample actually lives in Florida, and I don't think he's ever been present for a snowfall. When he came to AGDQ, there was like an inch of snow on the ground, and not even like a complete covering. It was like melting, and there was just like brief pockets in some areas. And Sample was like, "Whoa, snow, dude." I recall Sample picking up snow with his bare hands, and I hope he learns not to do that. No, I'm not memeing. Sample actually asked for, like, pictures of snow. I just golded, and we all saw what happened in the sewers, right? Sync. That gold's so bad, oh my god. We saw what happened in the sewers, I can't believe it. My sum of best is so unoptimized. Hey, Smash Mac. Either temper. I actually took a video of falling snow for Sample. Dude, if this PBs, it'll be on YouTube, and maybe people who watch this on YouTube will send pictures of snow to Sample. Thank you, Tree. How are you? Alright, I lost time here because my gold and my PB is actually pretty good. It's hard to aim quite as well as my PB did. That's fine. I punch that chest every run because I'm mashing A and B for the text. This run's mediocre. It had some really dumb stuff happen in Woodfall. But other than that, I've actually been playing decently. Which, despite the 20-second time lost in Woodfall, has been keeping it pretty okay. Time-wise. Yeah, it is Omni. That's it. There was actually a day, last week, I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was last week where I got to work 30 minutes late because there's just this huge traffic jam on the highway. Moving at a snail's pace took forever to get through. Honestly, a good day because I didn't get to work until 30 minutes late. That's a good thing. Dude, but like, it's not even like, so, for like, there's a ton of people who don't know how to drive in snow, and sure, they like, are totally the cause of, like, probably a good deal of accidents. In the states, they get a lot more snow. However, dude, it's just as bad. The young, cocky people who've lived with the snow all their life, who think they can just, like, go fast anyway, because they know what they're doing, they're just as bad. I had a guy who, like, sped by, like, the roads, it was snowing, it was icy, he sped by me, going over the speed limit. When it's snowing, you should probably be going a good deal under the speed limit. I was half expecting to pass him in an accident. Not wanting it to happen to him, but just, like, anticipating it because it was not a smart thing to be doing. Because it's the only time I've ever been late, Phil. I don't know if they would fire me for being late once. I wasn't even the only one late, Phil. A bit lower? That might work. Oh, 1 pixel lower? Ooh, that was 1, I think. Nice. Making a 1 pixel adjustment is much harder than, okay, I need that magic. How did I break the snowball but not pick up the magic? Making a 1 pixel adjustment is really hard. It's much easier to make a 2. Because most of the time when you attempt to make a 1, it ends up being 2. Thanks, Slipper. I'm glad you were able to tear yourself away from their wonderful content to watch my stream. Wow, I lost a few seconds here. I think mostly to hook or scarecrow skip. My scarecrow skip in PB is really fast. And I can just save 21 right here, so let's do it. I meant to quick draw fire arrows there, didn't get it. Oh, I didn't read his comment correctly. He said the opposite of what I read. Nice, nice. Oh no, I noticed too late. There goes half a second. Merry Christmas, Duck Beast. Hope you guys are enjoying the holidays. I should've got I don't have a Santa hat, man. I have something better, though. Maybe we'll have to break it out. Okay then, maybe he'll appreciate it anyway, who knows. Maybe. Or perhaps he'll be very confused. One or the other. I have like 2 or 3 active mods talking. They just talk a lot, so it seems like I have a lot of mods. That missed? This has to be 11. Oh, that was 11! He dies at the corner next to me still. I just did 411. Alright. That was gold too! Why is everything gold? Alright, let me see this, Ta. It almost... It kind of does resemble snow. Sample already replied to it too with, I am owned. I can't watch the video, but did you reveal it was salt in the video? I assume you did. Nice. That's pretty good, Tom. I appreciate that. This category is bug limit. It is very similar to Glitchless. The most important differences are in the pace spin in the title. Thanks, Kuroshi. As soon as we start getting our snow that we're supposed to get tonight, I'll have to take a picture of that. I actually really love snow. And I don't think we've had a white Christmas here in a while. Like with actual snow on the ground. I'm pretty sure last year it was Like, maybe there was some, like, small patches of snow last year, but I think for the most part last year there wasn't any. And I don't recall any the year before either. So having some snow on Christmas is nice. I mean, I'm definitely not an expert on Twilight Princess, but the long jump attack seems like a particularly notable one in Twilight Princess that is used quite often. I don't know. I'm not an expert. Dude, JG, thank you so much for the 9-month resub, dude. Appreciate it. Dude. Imagine landing right in the grotto. It's the glitch is called the long jump attack. You can just... Everyone associates it with the boomerang because that's one of the main ways to perform it. Grab the thing. What dungeons do I hate the most in TP or this game? I'm not following the conversation anymore. I lost track of which one we're talking about right now. My least favorite dungeon in this game is Woodfall, followed by Stone Tower. Now granted, I don't think Stone Tower is that bad, but there's only 4 dungeons, so saying it's your third favorite isn't the worst thing in the world. Certainly not a great thing, but... My 2 favorite temples in this game are Great Bay and Snowhead. I think they are exceptional temples conceptually and in execution. Whereas Stone Tower is a good temple conceptually, but I feel like it could have been executed better. Absolutely not, JG. It is not that difficult of a temple, I don't think. In some of the newer Zeldas, I've had much more trouble with dungeons in my first playthroughs. I'm pretty sure TPHD is 30 FPS. I don't think any of the 3D Zeldas are 60 FPS. OT and MM are 20 FPS, and I'm pretty sure every 3D Zelda after that is 30. I am not falling asleep, actually. I yawned, like, once a while ago, but I haven't since? I don't know. I don't really feel that tired, because I've been getting sleep, because I have not been working. I don't know why I would be tired. Yeah. There's, like, the reason I rate Stone Tower not particularly high in MM's dungeon list is it's got a lot of rooms that are just busy work. Aren't particularly exciting. The solution is clear from the moment you look at the puzzle, and it's just doing it, and it takes a really long time. Anything involving elegy, so, like, climbing Stone Tower and then the elegy puzzle in the first room of Stone Tower. It just takes a lot of time for no reason. When the solution is clear and what you have to do is clear. And then the block puzzle where you have to constantly invert the temple to switch the floor and ceiling. That one as well. The solution is extremely obvious, but you still have to do it. There was like 2 or 3 times I shot on the left and right of that balloon. This is gonna be mediocre. It's gonna be in the high 20s. 28. Not good. Not good. Very bad, actually. Can do better than that. Keaton's mask. No, there's another person who frequents my chat named Keaton __ mask. But this category is bug limit. It is a variant of Glitchless. And the bug limit rule set is more popular in Japan. It's where the rule set originates. Thanks, Falcor. Alright, well, I'm definitely not really saving any time in this segment just because of opponent archery alone, but it's okay, because I'm still gonna get a 46 in Garo race, which is necessary if a run is gonna PB. There's no way a run PBs without a 46. Although this is actually already pretty bad. This can 46 though. Ooh, just barely. Then again, most 46s are kind of just barely. Alright, didn't really lose any time. That's fine. I don't know the best possible time in that race. It's never been tasked, and tasking it would be difficult in the first place, I think. Because it's hard to know exactly what the fastest way to do that race is. Like, even in a task, you have to, like, slowly figure out, like, what is the optimal thing. Like, in a task, I guess one benefit of tasking it would be that you'd be able to space your carrots perfectly to always maintain maximum speed. So that would be easy to do. But then determining, like, when you should save carrots, when you should use them, would probably require a bit of testing. And dude, the bubble cut my speed. I lost a little bit of in-game time there, and you do have extra in this segment. The way this is routed, you actually have more in-game time than you need. Like, if I played perfectly, I'd get there early, but we've already made a small little mistake that cost a little bit of in-game time. So now I really do want to play well. Okay, so right from the get-go, we're missing a little bit of in-game time we should have because of the bubbles. I don't... Like, it's better to just avoid the bubbles, but sometimes I don't, just because hitting them doesn't always make it so that you can't jump the fences. I don't know the exact rule behind it, but sometimes they're difficult to avoid because they're just right in the path you want to take. So... I didn't avoid him, and I paid for it because he cut my speed to the point I couldn't jump the fence. How much in-game time did I lose to that? Does anyone know? Like how long I was resetting and back up for the fence to get over it? Oh wait, it is Christmas. Yeah, it's 12:02. Merry Christmas, everyone. I enjoy interacting with chat. I would interact with chat either way, I think. I don't think it distracts me. As long as I can manage it, it's up to me to manage that. Alrighty. So it is we have a Ice Arrow skip coming up, and hopefully, or early Akana, people call it both. I don't know its official name. I think more people call it early Akana, but either way, we have that coming up, and I really need to get that quickly to make up for the in-game time lost from the fence. As long as I get that quickly, I feel like I'll be fine. I mean, Goron Race is still a factor as well, but beyond that, I should be fine. Woodfall is fairly consistent and easy. Nothing else besides that is difficult. It's just simple movement. It's all rather easy movement, too. Except for maybe Clocktown, but it's minimal. It's like a second of movement. Rolling down East Clocktown, or West Clocktown is weird because of all the walls and the pillars, support beams, or whatever. Merry Christmas, Timper. I think my bomb count's doing good right now, but I'll still get more bombs in Akana anyway, because it doesn't lose time. And I want to make sure I definitely have enough. I mean, Glitchless beats the game in 3 days in game time. The only Song of Time in Glitchless is the first one, in first cycle, that you're forced to do anyway. I mean, I guess Glitchless does do that. I I disagree. I don't remember the days I get PBs on. This is a good position. Just aim it and... Nice. Okay, that was pretty fast. I'll hopefully be fine on in-game time. My in-game time looks good. As long as I get out of here by 10 or slightly after. I want to be out of Akana no later than like 10-15, but hopefully beforehand. No, I didn't. I knew he was different. Dude, there's no mistaking the two of you. I have manually typed your name to ban you too many times to notice, or to not notice the lack of underscores. Hey Adam, thank you very much for the good luck. JG, what I imagine you're watching is in most comparison videos, they cut around to only the stuff that's relevant to the comparison. If everything in between is the same between routes, there's no point showing it. I believe the story behind Sharp and Flat, I don't remember it particularly well, because even when you play the game casually, they are not important characters. But they're just like dead composer brothers, just like an OT. But Sharp has become corrupt by, I don't know, Skull Kid. Flat wants to save him, and that's, I think, about it. I think 16 minutes ago, Link gave me some bits and I said nothing, so thank you, Link. I can't hear any of my alerts today. No, I pulled it in the water. I needed to wait like another half second. I'm gonna be out of Akana before 10. We are actually fine on in-game time as long as I do not encounter any other issues. So that's good. I thought maybe not jumping that fence was gonna be problematic, but you actually have so much extra in-game time and bug limit. I wonder if this segment could be rerouted, because I play too fast for the way this is routed. but rerouting it like Glitchless wouldn't work, unless you just redid the route entirely to resemble Glitchless, and they already tried that and it's not faster. How many bombs do I have? I think I want this bomb drop anyway. That bomb drop wastes no time, especially because it's and then I get bombs from the bush anyway. Now I just feel silly. Alright guys, Goron race. Feel free to spam your Trev rolls, your Majin RNGs. So I think he renamed it back to Majin RNG. There's usually a healthy mix. Anti-Link. Been relatively painless so far, but I hear them coming. He's gonna pass me right around now, I think. Here he is. Ooh, that was a good angle to send him off. He won't try to bother me again, but there's one here. Nice, nice, a win. Always better than a loss. My in-game time is actually surprisingly good, despite having made a mistake at the beginning. I guess I just played the rest really well. Because, like, we're not even remotely pressed for time. So I'm not going to use Goron here. Like, I could use Goron here if I needed the extra time, but it's faster to not use Goron here, because putting on Goron freezes in-game time. No. I wonder what the spam did to mobile users. How good is mobile when chat starts really spamming? I'm curious. Thank you so much for the bits. He doesn't pull the arrow. I need to turn human earlier and quick draw a bow at some point, because that's why he's not pulling the arrow. He's like... He's waiting to have bow pulled first. He's coming for me. That aggroed him. I think? Doesn't matter. I passed right by him, so that, like, should aggro him. Once he, like, targets you, he continues chasing you no matter where you go in the room, pretty much, so... Like, dragonflies will chase you from really far away. Alright, well, I should be perfectly on time for aliens. There's really not much that could stop that from being the case now, because there's nothing even remotely challenging left. Adawa is easily the worst boss in MM. Like, some of the other bosses have their flaws, but Adawa is a really... like, he has a lot of cool attacks, but none of them are really threatening, I don't think. I don't know. I think his design is cool, but the fight itself is bad. Let's go with that. Adawa's design is neat. Ocarina and Gold. Or not, I said Ocarina, but I was equipping Goron. And you do not want Ocarina on this pause because I am not soaring to the ranch. I have enough time to roll, which is much faster. Dude, once you've speedrun a game, it's really hard to watch someone play through it casually. It really is. I'm aware of that, Zinner, that's why I said it. In this specific circumstance, rolling to the ranch is faster. I think they're pretty close anyway. I forget the timing, but don't they come really close? Right, give me some magic, please. Right, just give me some of everything. I have, like, I played this segment, I guess, pretty well, because I have, like, extra in-game minutes. It's only 3:10 entering the ranch. You can enter the ranch at 3:30 and still be fine. It's like, this is super fun. Not even close. I'm just that good, I guess. Way to be modest. I'm also extremely modest, guys, while being extremely good at this video game. For some reason, the dog was, like, freaking me out because it didn't seem like he was barking at this one. Like, he normally stands here when he's barking at that alien, but he was, like, standing over here, and I was concerned for a second. I was, like, really concerned with the dog's position there. Alright, Captain, you have a good night, dude. They have always damaged you, wait, what? That's always been a thing. Alright, I need Ocarina and Gibdo. Hey, Shift! Oh, that was almost bad. Craig, thank you so much for the 11-month resub, dude. Really appreciate it. Please, no. Those items are now on the wrong C buttons because I did an accidental extra equip. Which means Chew is gonna have... Bomb Chews are gonna go on a button other than C right now. It's so triggering. I already cannot stand the thought, but it's going to happen unless I want to do another extra equip, which is just not fast. Why would I do that? Why has that been happening? What am I doing wrong there? Guys, in this one. Oh. Don't freeze me. Where's my pause cursor right now? It's on the mask screen. Yeah, it is. Okay. So on this equip, I need fire arrows and the milk. Fire arrows first. Stick egg ocarina. Okay. I had to repeat those equips out loud because I actually always forget them for some reason and like waste a second on the pause menu. So at least I avoided that here. I'm actually losing a few seconds, probably because of Big Poe. Big Poe had that small error, which was annoying. But other than that... Now I can save 30 seconds on this segment, so let's do that. Nice. Oh my god, the door. Or the ladder. Not the door. The door was fine. Ooh, that is as far left as you can climb that ladder without letting go. Nice, nice. Alright, so hopefully, first of all, I'm not gonna do the nut and stick strat for the pirate fight anymore, because I've been failing that strat recently, and even in practice I continue to not do it consistently. And it saves, like, no time. It really doesn't. Like, the fight is, in theory, faster, if you get it perfectly, but barely because it has an extra equip involved. So it barely saves time because of the extra equip. If there wasn't an extra equip, then it would actually save quite a bit. It'd save like 3-4 seconds, 5 seconds, maybe more than just... I'm pretty sure it only saves like 1-2 if you get optimal fights with the 2 strats. Or actually, no, the sword slash strat is optimally faster. It's just harder to get an optimal fight, I think. Isn't that the case? Hard to time since getting an optimal fight is, like, very near impossible. Or, not impossible. Very difficult. Good night, Guru! Good. I could have gone a little further there, but I don't want to risk going over the edge. Ooh, I wasn't sure if that would hit. It looked almost too low. It was actually low enough to not even grab the hookshot pillar, which is good. Good night, Flashfire. Dang, wasn't it like over an hour ago that you said you needed to leave in half an hour and were telling me to get a PB? Stayed up. Have a good night. That might hit. That one will. Darn. Alright, well still, overall this has actually been a much cleaner Pirate's Fortress than what I've been getting lately. And then I bonked. Alright, we're just doing sword slash strat. Almost dead. That is still, on average, faster than what I've been getting with the stick strat. The stick strat has been messing me up because I am bad at it. Thank you very much, Reese's. Merry Christmas to you as well. Alright, JG, have a good night as well. Alright, so I'm gonna go, like, I'm almost certainly gonna save most of this time. I don't see myself losing 30 seconds in Pinnacle Rock, right? Most of that is Pirate's Fortress anyway, in my PB. So assuming we go into Great Bay Temple with a 50-second lead is what's it's looking like right now. Can I maintain that or even grow it? Because I have 23 or 22 and a half seconds to save on Gaior. However, my Ice Arrow Gold is quite good. You know it full every time. Oh man, you can use the poverty emote in everyone's chat now. I actually really like Trev Spoopy. I think it's a good emote. I went a little far left there, but ended up being okay. I am lagging so much. Hey again, Flip. So, have you just stayed up, Flip, or are you just waking up? Which one? Out of curiosity? Holy heck, Diffie, thank you so much. You have a Merry Christmas as well. I appreciate it very much. Oh wait, Diffie, you're a memer. Oh my god, I just noticed they weren't actually bits, but I totally fell for it because I only looked at it really quick. Why, Diffie? Yeah, I just noticed, Omni. That was good, though. I'd prefer not to do it again, though. We'll leave it at the 1, alright? Please. Wow. Diffie made it look like he'd given me bits. It was actually just the snowflake emoji. But it looked like a bit icon when I looked at it really quick. No, Faye, I'm sorry. No, we are here for you. to support you if you would like. I do hope it turns around. Because I think you are a wonderful person. I don't know, Regen. What is wrong with me? You're right. Couldn't tell you, Regen. So I'm actually like nearly a minute ahead. What a bad goal that must have been for me to be able to save 38 seconds. I guess my Pirate's Fortress practice really just came in. Like, I practiced Pirate's Fortress a ton, and I guess that's the result. Minus 55, Vaughn. Minus 55. No, this category is actually very old. You don't see many Western runners run it, though. It's mostly popular in Japan. There's a lot of Japanese MM speedrunners who run this category. I think it's the most popular category over there. Like, if you go to the speedrun.com for this page for this category, there's like 30 Japanese runners on that leaderboard, and I'm pretty sure there's more on the other one. Or did we import the entire leaderboard? I know we imported a lot of the leaderboard. Thanks again, Link. Alright, Great Bay Temple with a 1-minute lead. Let's see how that goes. Man, dude, the beginning of this run is so bad, too. Does everyone remember Woodfall still? Because I haven't forgotten. I have absolutely not forgotten what happened in Woodfall. I lost 20 seconds because of the hip loops, because I suck. Keaton Mask, were you there the first time that I, like, voided out in the poison water in Woodfall, and then the hip loops kept knocking me into the water over and over again? Because it happened again, but it wasn't as extreme this time. It was only, like, 2 times. Basically, the hip loops owned me. And it was not fun. I lost a lot of time I shouldn't have lost there. I've practiced doing this trick as a human instead of Zora, but it's much harder for me to do it that way. But it saves time on the mass transformations. I hate it when it looks like that. It always grabs in practice and in runs when it looks like that, but it still scares me because it looks like it's not. I've never had that not grab, but it's still really scary to see. Really? That was actually a good recovery, though. Oh no! I probably lost at least 10 seconds in this room. That was a bad room. Now just... I'm glad they in. I'm probably gonna lose time in this segment no matter what due to the lead up to this, but if I have a good wart, I can minimize it. Okay, that may have double hit. I think it did. I've been practicing, so that may have double hit also. And if that did, then it means he's one hit away from death. Nice. Okay, that was a pretty good wart fight. I am losing a few seconds due to the room before this one, but that wart fight definitely minimized the time loss. That was a good fight. So, only losing a little because of the room before this one. That's pretty good. Did not mean to jump slash there, but I got the jump slash cancel, so I guess that's fine. Welcome back from Garlic Taw. Merry Christmas, Master Zelda. I'm in focus mode now, dude. Great Bay Temple is not over, even though the wart fight is done. I got a bad joke too. It's this run. Haha! I'm funny. Thank you, Justin. No! I forgot I was already on the master screen. Good. Good. I did mutant. It was so funny that I had to resist the urge to laugh, as it would have been distracting for my run. I think I'm gonna get the weird camera here, because I grabbed it so far on the inside. That normally happens. Yeah, I did. Okay, good, he blew up. I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to hit him there, but I definitely wanted him gone. I don't know how much failing that one strat cost me. Probably not too much. I can still save time on this segment for sure. Still be back to a minute ahead at least, I think. Especially since the rest of the temple was good. I already have Hookshot equipped. I should just use that. I don't need to do another equip until I need Ocarina. Between routes changing and all the categories I've run, I've probably run 6 to 7 different Great Bay routes, I think, between all the categories, and then if a category's route ever changes. I probably actually shouldn't be doing this fight with Hookshot because the timing changes and I haven't practiced with Hookshot. Turn on magic early for these guys. Okay, So I should save time here. I think I'm back to over a minute ahead, just barely. Yeah, just a little bit. Small mistakes in this temple, in 2 rooms. Other than that, pretty good Great Bay Temple. Nice. Alright. Over a minute ahead. Thank you for the 23-month resub, RNG. I don't know, man. Dude, I always say, though, like, what would I make loyalty badges? Because I don't want to take away the Keaton from, like, with loyalty badges. So, like, what do I change it to? Like, what are the upgrades? I shouldn't have equipped Overgoing. Magic. I do not need more bombs. I'm not going to, Ragan. It's impossible that I do that again. Hopefully. In theory. Thank you, Imbued. Rip Gway. He deserved it. He was coming after me. I can get hit once by these guys and once by Egos, and that would be optimal, but I'm going to try to get hit not at all by Egos, because I don't want to be put in kill range, and I'd rather just spend the extra second using Bomb Choose. That was a really fast fight. He stayed in the corner and he died. Thank you, Skathy. How are you? Good semicolon. Indeed. Or G semicolon. I'm gonna lose my entire run to playing Elegy. Just kidding. This run is kind of looking like a 245. I wish I could 240. This would still be 244 pace if not for what happened in Woodfall. I'm mad. Wow, I golded again. I only need 3 chews, so still have an extra. .244ing with this run is very unlikely, though. Playing within 11 seconds of my summa best throughout Stone Tower is hard. Especially since I just wasted a second failing to play Elegy. So now I have to play within 10 seconds of my summa best. No! No, no, no! I saw it happen! No! Okay, well... That's so stupid. Alright, this run's bad now. How much time did that waste? How come I killed another run in Stone... This one was actually good, but I just killed another run in Stone Tower. How much did that waste? Like, close to a minute, probably. I just lost most of my lead. I think I can still PB. Probably can, but... I tried to cancel that roll. Like, I always roll up to the edge, but I held it, like, the slightest bit too long. Because I always do a tiny little roll and then switch to human, but I'm not going to do that roll ever again. Like, I've always done that roll, I'm pretty sure, but now I'm just not going to bother. We're just going to go to human, and we're going to walk it. Why save the frame if you can just lose traction? And lose that much time. Oh my god, that's so upsetting. I can't believe it, dude. That's such a dumb way to lose that much time. That was actually absurd. I can't believe I just lost that much time doing that. Of all the ways to lose time, by far one of the silliest. Still gonna hit me. I really don't want it to. I was so sad when I saw that happening. So unbelievably sad. Because Before you guys saw it on stream, I already knew that I was airborne. It is a bad feeling, let me tell you. Merry Christmas, F9. Alright, we're still getting the Christmas PB. It's okay. I think this run should still be able to 245, no problem. So let's just refocus. We're not going to let that bother me anymore. Stone Tower climb is over. Let's finish it up. As long as I play the rest of the split well. Like, I had 27 seconds to save on this segment. Definitely can't save time on it anymore. But when I get light arrows, if I still have like a 40-50 second lead, we're in a good spot. Oh my god, dude. New ways to choke it, though, every time. Z-Clown, thank you so much for the 50 bits. Alright. No, I definitely have to Song of Double Time twice. It's 2:45. We'd have to hit day 3 in, like, the next 30 seconds. I actually can't switch to White 2 until at least Tuesday, because I need my headset. So I might do a run tomorrow. If I have time, and we're not busy for Christmas-related things. As long as I am not busy doing the Christmas-related things tomorrow, it is quite likely I could do more runs and potentially try to fix that most terrible mistake that I just made. You know what would kill the run entirely right now is dying. Right here, so let's not. He aggroed. I'm probably gonna end up shielding. Just to make sure that I don't die. If he didn't aggro, and he wasn't gonna dash at me, I'd probably just go. But since he is gonna dash at me, I'm gonna shield it. Didn't get a heart. I really needed a heart there. That might miss. Thank you, Ta. Dude, it feels so quiet when I don't say anything, because there's no music at night in this area. Without a void or something. Feels awkward, dude. Let's just sit in silence. Focus on the run. Where's the one that's right here? I'm pretty sure if you void, it does play. Oh wait, I'm not gonna do the Goron strat, my health isn't good for it. Or the bomb boost. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose quite a bit of time. I'm already losing time. I think it wasted more than I thought it did. Everyone was saying 30 seconds. It definitely wasted more like a minute, if not more. Alright, I need bombs, ice arrow, stick. Yeah, I'm actually going to be tied with PB. I just lost like a minute and a half to that, actually. Not 30 seconds. I lost over a minute. Thanks, Aaron. Unfortunately, I did choke away quite a bit of time. This can barely 245 because of that mistake. I don't know if it will unless I play... I don't think it will, actually. This is going to be a lower 246. Dude, why can I not choke at the end of runs? Seriously? Alright, I can still PB, though. I'm still ahead. But this run is very not good anymore, unfortunately. That's so unfortunate. This run was good for a long time. Alright. Pressure's off, let me tell you. Let's just play as clean as I can for the rest. That's such a dumb way to lose a minute, though. It was a little bit over a minute that I lost. So I could have saved 27 seconds. I lost 46. So that is, what, a minute and 23 seconds? Or is it 13? 13. So I lost over a minute to that. There's 2 segments left, and this one's a gold, but this one I can save 10 seconds on. I don't know, we'll see. Let's play it smart. I need light arrows, bombs, I guess stick. Dude, Stone Tower, 2 runs in a row. Stone Tower is a very easy part of the run, but I've lost 2 good time, or like, I lost a PB to it, and then this one can still PB, but I just lost a lot of time to it. Oh man, Merry Christmas. I'm not gonna do this strat. I fail it a lot in practice. It hit me! Oh no. That's so bad! Why did that happen? It hit me through my shield. Ice triple underscore arrow. So what's the equip here? I need Goron, I need Hookshot, I guess bombs. we're going into twin mold with 1 heart. I don't have the time to mess around with to recover. So this is gonna be scary because I am 1 hit from death. Twin mold does 1 heart of damage. I forgot I was jinxed. I was trying to sword slash in. This is gonna be exciting! Oh my god. I mean, I guess I wouldn't be super sad if the run died right here, but I actually kind of do want a PB still, so I would be sad. Just not as sad as if I was still a minute ahead. Alright, Red's behind me. Hopefully he doesn't hit me. I can't look. I just gotta go fast. And again here, he could like swing around off camera and like come from the side, but I can't look. This pattern actually physically can't hit me though. When he does that. This one can. I'm still ahead! This run can PB! In fact, I think I saved time. I think I did. I did, alright. Let's try to just maintain this on Majora. Technically, if I get a perfect Majora fight, this can be a high 245. But, oh my god. I'm so sad. The stone tower mistake cost over a minute. We could be this could have been my goal time. If the stone tower mistake hadn't happened, I'd be 1 minute and 40 ahead here. And it would actually be 244 pace. No! Whatever, we just gotta do it again. That's all that means. We gotta do it again. Another run. It did not, Aaron Toad. It did not. I don't know why I said your full name. I never do that. Holy. That run was really in luck's hands, dude. I could have died at any moment if I got a twin mold pattern where one of them came at me. That would just be it. Like, I don't have the time to play around with to play it safe. I just had to play risky and hope that I didn't get hit, and I didn't. So, let's take it. Let's try to run with it. See where it goes. I don't know, when will this run end? This run will ideally end around 1:25 a.m. and then there will be the credits until like 1:35. The question is, do I do another? I might wait till tomorrow to do another. Maybe. We shall see. Mother Run or Riot. Merry Christmas, Shadow Knight. You know what I meant, Follett? Oh my god. You wouldn't dare, Master Zelda. You come after Eevee, I'll be after you. I won't even let you get anywhere near him. You'll have to go through me. Which is definitely difficult, trust me. Alright, so, this will 245 if I get the most amazing Majora fight ever. It will not 245 if I don't. That's it. There you go. Oh god! Can I open the layout to make it the right size again? I was trying to take a picture of it, but it wasn't active yet. There you go, that's the right size. World record is at the top of the splits. Dude, Omni, thank you for the 60 bits. World record is actually at the top of the splits and in the middle of the splits. I should put it at the bottom of the splits too. Every line on the splits is what world record is with the timer. I'm pretty sure people would still ask. Maybe just no timer, just every line is what the world record is. Remove the timer completely. I'm not even sure that's it. Not that I know of, Andrew. I know Bond just keeps what the world record time is on his stream. He doesn't, like, it doesn't need to have my name on it. So hopefully this Majora will be a little bit easier than the one the other day where my B button was disabled. That was a fun one. Okay. I was gonna use the bomb, but I forgot. We really want him to dash into me here to get the optimal fight. Otherwise, I don't know about the chances of a 245 unless he dashes right into me here. Oh my. Maybe 245. Dude, the remains knocking me down at the beginning. It ruined it. The remains. Oh my god. There was like no way to dodge it either. I couldn't move fast enough to dodge it. No! Still PB'd, but no! The remains. Whatever, dude. Alright, I still PB'd. Just means we need to do another run. Means we need to do another. Thank you for the congrats, guys. Rockin', thank you for the 30 bits. New Summer Best. Oh, Strange Pie, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, my Summer Best is probably a bit lower now. Alrighty. I'm heavily considering doing another though. Actually, I'm so upset by that one, and I feel like I'm playing well today too. Dude, it's the Christmas gift that keeps on giving, the long Trev stream. I'm thinking about it. I might should I though actually. I couldn't. I don't know, man. Midnight, thank you for the 200 bits. Here's the deal. If I did do another run and it didn't get bombs, it would have to stop there. That would just be it. Because I can't start another one after that. So, if I do start another one and it doesn't get bombs at the 30-minute mark, that's just it. Dude, Monster, thank you for the 250 bits, and I think I said Midnight for the 200. Thank you anyway, again. Full it for the 12. Thanks, Boo. That was like a really sarcastic thanks, Boo, because I absolutely... I heard it in Boo's voice, and... Oh my god. Have a good night, Vorath. Dude, does anyone want me to sleep? I don't know, man. This run would have gotten 244 if I had not fallen down Stone Tower. It would have been 244. Falling down Stone Tower cost about a minute and what did we say? 13, 16, something like that. I don't remember. What was it? I actually can't look right now because I don't remember how much I could save, which is important. Alright, here's the deal. Screw the credits, this run sucked, I'm doing another. Summa best is a 2:43:24. Quick, can someone get me my Goron mask time from the video real quick?